Joining us today to discuss the UN's development goal of water for all, we have Jan van Schoonhoven, Senior Advisor for PPP with the Netherlands government. Jan, first of all, what can you tell us about the magnitude of the challenge that is providing water for all?
Well, Sam, thank you very much. I think that is the basic question. And it's always attempting to call a few numbers, but I think on the water issue, it's a good figure to understand the magnitude. Understand that at the moment, about 750 million people are lacking access to drinking water. And that's next to the problem that you know in India and other places in the world of sanitation. And the Sustainable Development Goal of the UN has the aim to solve that problem for about, say, 1/7 of the total population of the world. And that's incredible magnitude of a challenge.
Yeah, so how does the PPP connect to the solution of the problem?
First of all, you have to understand that the problem is at such magnitude that you have to have a number of solutions. If you look at how the world and the Millennium Development Goals worked, was a lot of foreign support for countries. And everybody knows in Western countries, the water pumps in small cities and in rural villages. But if you look at the magnitude of the problem, and taking also into account that most people are now moving to the cities, urbanization, is that those very innovative and small solutions do not work anymore. So you have to have, if you want to give a city enough drinking water, you need to have enormous water plants. And water plants, water sanitation, water purification, that are typically assets, large infrastructure assets that are ideal to have to work together with the public and the private partner and also the private sector to invest in infrastructure. And just one thing on that investment, if the private sector does not invest in water for all or energy for all and all those sustainable development goals, the budget of all the governments adding up together for the next 100 years are not enough to solve the problem. So we need the private sector. And PPP is a very good model for large infrastructure to invite the private sector to join in and to solve a part of the problem.
Okay, so what then is happening right now to try and fix the problem, and what more can be done going into 2016?
Well, everybody who will listen to your program and lives in Switzerland or in France will know the concept of a toll road. A toll road is, say, the mother of all PPP projects. The private sector builds the road, we all pay when driving on it. If the problem was as easy with roads in water, we already had solved the problem. But water is, at a certain point, it's a strategic asset. A road is for driving on with cars. If you look at water, water is for drinking, for sanitation. It's for transport with ships. It's for energy if you look at hydro. So water is far more complex than a road or a school in a PPP. So at the moment, people, especially at the World Bank, the European Union, and all partners are looking at how can we unwrap the water issue and find parts of water which are interesting and worthwhile to invest in. Having said that, there's also a challenge. And one of the things I encounter in my work and all my colleagues in PPP is that sometimes people still think that water is for all and water is for free. But if you're not living near a clean river and you live in a million city with a lot of water demand, water is as scarce as energy or as food or as clean air. So water will have a price. And that's, I think, one of the challenges that we all have to understand.
Okay, Jan, thank you for your insight today.
Well, Sam, thank you very much. It was a pleasure, and I hope we meet again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. Be sure to click back to Dukascopy TV for more updates and exclusive interviews. We'll see you next time.